Okay, we're back. Sorry for the delay. Had to get my cup of coffee. Difficulty connecting to Facebook Live. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, this is what I just printed last night. 16 hours. Actually, 12 hours. Gotta take all these supports off today. My old garbage can. 3D printed that as well. Okay, so what is going on here? Let's check this out. Okay, so we got a sunken ship being printed right now. Hope everything's okay. I found some loose debris at the back. Looks pretty okay. Okay, so I do have a shop, Mike's 3D Prints, Mike's 3D Print Art.ca. You can go check that out for more stuff. Everything that's listed on there, Dragon Egg. It's pretty cool. There's here. If I can put my phone down. It twists open. Put little trinkets in there. Close her up. Just showcasing some of the stuff that we have on my website. So we got tricolor dragon eggs, white clear dragon eggs. These guys are not on my website yet, but I will be putting them on soon. We got some salamanders here, tricolor, base colors. Little froggy, he hasn't made to the website yet. Some orcas that I have to do some work on, do some painting. You know who that is. And I just have to keep my eye. Oh, this gas keeps running away. Stay. Stay. So we got our Minecraft sign here. Some pigs, chicken, a couple of creepers. These guys here, their heads move. This is just a standing ghast. This one is a hanging one. Haven't finished gluing it together, but you got the holes for hanging. So it will look like, let's put that in my to be worked on pile. So it'll look like he's, floating along up both his legs. You know, Minecraft. Spider here's got to be reprinted. His head broke a little bit. His head's gonna move too. I'm gonna clean up that little guy there, toothless. We got keychain, Tesla. There are a couple different colors. We've got red and we got black. We got micro SD card holders, keychains. Every tool you'll need in Minecraft to start your adventures as keychains. Got the Minecraft heart, which fits together. There are two separate keychains. I'm not sure if I was allowed to show this on here, but you know, that was the keychain. We've got thing. Let's see. Solotl. No, that's the dragon, I think. No, that's yeah. The Thor hammer. All kinds of different salamander keychains. Got lighter cases, tricolor salamanders, tricolor fidget keychains. Getting ready to do a show here in November. Glow in the dark thing hands, a fidget heart, working currently with Luna's um, sorry, this is my first time streaming, so just trying to get all my everything straightened out here. Why can't I think of it? Luna's resin art. She's going to be doing the um, chessboard for this. I've got to print one more knight and a few more chickens. That's the rooks. King, queen, knight. No, if you know. Thank you. This is my first stream. But yeah, I got that's the good side for the Minecraft chessboard that we're going to be creating together. I'm doing the pieces. She's doing the chessboard. I've also got emergency use 10mm socket holders. This one here, I just have to do the coloring. Just like that. This one I actually have a spare socket for. This one I don't. Because, you're always using your 10mm sockets, so that's that. And then we got some Ozzy Osbourne. Got the tricolor Ozzy Osbourne lighter cases. You can go to Mike's 3dprintart.ca. Check out all the stuff. We got one that says Ozzy. I'm working on the astrological sign lighter cases. We've got a glow in the dark Cowley. Hard to get a good view of some of the stuff because it's all like in detail. This guy here is going into a resin dragon egg. We're gonna start pouring resin, put him on there, and then surround him with resin in the egg mold. We have jumping spider enclosures. This one here features a vented top, so you can kind of see through it. And then we got the vented side, kind of see through there too. Breathe, you can see it. And then the vented back door. This one got a color mark on it. But don't worry, we can make this in any color you want if you're interested. But yeah, you can actually see my computer through there. That's how much ventilation these jumping spider enclosures have. Comes with your hydrometer, all the glass. You can buy the pieces that go inside, or you can buy a full kit, or you can buy some jumping spiders and the kit. Yeah, we're working on some creeper keychains. Got one of them done here. And then we got Shrek here. Mike's 3D Print Art.ca. So we got Shrek here. You screw a tube of toothpaste here, and you put your toothbrush down here, and you squeeze your tube of toothpaste, and out comes the toothpaste. That we don't have on our site yet. And of course, coffee, must have. We got a ATST that we're working on. We got. We're also working on him as well. If you know Star Wars, you know what these are. The ATST and ACT. Also working on a Minecraft, a lighted Minecraft lamp. This one's kind of see through. That's good. So we're going to put some sheets in the sides here, or you might get. We're also going to think about putting uh, light colored resin in here. So light colored resin sheets. And then, of course, that's the bottom of it where the light goes in. So it'll go together like that. I got some screws in there for my sunglasses because they broke. Working on this. Um, Fidget Captain America keychain. Sorry, I'm plugged in, so I don't have a full range here. Okay, so we have Minecraft cubes as well. Got this one here, 4x4 by 2 inch boxes with black bottoms and clear tops. What do you mean? A 4x4 by 2 box. Are we talking like something like this? Like just solid colors? I can do like a flat bottom. Only 2 inches high. Let's see. This one is how big is it? Let me just say it. That one there is. I can adjust it so it's solid too. Moonstar, welcome. So you say 2 inches high. So it's slightly less than that. But you want 4 inches wide, 4 inches long, 2 inches tall, black bottom, and clear tops. Okay. Yeah, I can actually look into that. I'm gonna write that down so that I can do another live, and I could probably have that done by then. The only thing with the clear, though, I'd have to print it pretty thin. I'm gonna take the screws out of this, so I can show you how thin I'd have to do the clear to be able to actually like see in it. So like the top would have to be like this thin, just to be able to see through it. It's like a very flexible piece. Um, let's see here. I do have some clear here somewhere. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's blue, purple Caribbean blue. We got that's transparent blue. I don't. Oh yeah, I do have clear left. I have clear in a little roll, so I can work on that. Um, you guys are ready again. Doesn't have to be 100% see through as long as I can get the outline and some watch characteristics. But basically, with the thick wall see through, like this is a thick wall see through. But I can do it like really thin. This is only like this is pretty thick, but I can do it thinner. Do you want like get black from the bottom to the top and then just the top? Just the top layer clear, like the top cover? Sure. Like I yeah, like a sandwich container. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so right now we've got our sunken ship ready for our three jumping spider enclosures. Try to get the software. It's very sticky because my last print wasn't doing really great. Whoop. Saved it by my wrist. There we go. Okay, so this is for a jumping spider enclosure. This slide is driving me nuts. Okay, so this is for a jumping spider enclosure. That's gonna. I'll flip the camera around so you can see better. Okay, jumping enclosure like that. It will also have its little top there. It's pretty cool. Hey, do you guys want to see the jumping spider enclosures? I'll take you guys to see the jumping spider enclosures. We don't have the jumping spiders in there, or we will have some jumping spiders for sale, probably fairly soon. Um, I will take you guys to see the jumping spider enclosures in just a second. I just gotta let's see what we got here. I'm not doing anything more in brown, so I gotta change that. I'll put you on my stand for a second while I change that. I wish the stand would hold it up more like this. But I gotta keep my phone plugged in. You know, battery doesn't last too long. Okay. Quick get that. Just gotta change this setup for my next print for jumping spider stuff. Then we'll go see the jumping spider stuff. Okay, what's next? We've got seashells and transparent blue and have that on here. Seashells. Not on that one. I love these things that don't like touch screen. Touch screen was the word the greatest. Seashell. It's on there. Okay, so we're going to change the filament to transparent blue. Haven't used this one yet. Silica's still on there. You don't want the filament to get unwound too much, otherwise it creates problems later on. Put that on, feed it through the tube, and off to the races. I'm gonna set that. Start now. Start feeding that, and the machine's gonna poop, as we call it. 3D printing world. Okay. We're at under 48 degrees. So I get that box printed. I'll just throw it on my website so you can go check it out. And it is pooping. As you can see. Like I said, most everything here is on our website. I'm gonna put this guy on the website too once I get all the supports like this off. A friend of mine actually asked me to make that for her, so that's what I did, and I'm gonna make some more. Okay, so let's say this is our. That was a crappy Tupperware thing that I'm throwing out. Okay, so say this is our watch thing. Turn the camera around. So hopefully I can get this right for you. Okay. So we got our container printed. You want it to stand up like this. So it's kind of on an angle. Just like as though something's underneath it. Kind of like that. $90. So, just gotta switch this over. Get the seashell printed. Okay, so this is going to be a clear blue blue seashell I'm putting now. Yeah, so what I was thinking is just wondering if we do the box like this and say this is the lid, it's gonna have like a little lip there. So it just kind of sits there. I'll make it even looser than this if you want. Do you want it like tilted like that? You'd like them to stand up sideways? Sorry. Sorry about the lighting, everybody. That light happens to be right in the way of everything. So you want it sitting this way so that the lid comes off this way? Or you'd like to stand them up in sideways, so you want to stand them up like this? Just like, for example, this is your watch and it sits in there like that. But if we do one sitting this way, I'm thinking this part here would have to be black and the cover would be clear. Or do you want like the top part that's not the... Okay. So the cover here, clear, and you want it like that. This thing here, this lid here, it's pretty tight. Takes a little bit of... It's got these little clips on them. So they actually fit inside a groove inside the... That clips in. Should be able to work on that. Okay, let's see jumping spider enclosures. We are going to go see them. Just the enclosures. Just quietly because she's also streaming on whatnot, but we're going to give you a little idea of what we do together creatively. Okay. How's your live going? That's good. Going into the spider enclosure, jumping spider enclosures. And all these white ones are glow in the dark. This whole thing is glow in the dark as well. Just getting painted nice with some glow. It's gonna be nice.
When I took On my lip stand and everything. I'm like, why is my bracelet glowing? From doing painting yesterday, I got gold paint from my bead.
Oh yeah. Thank you for the follow. I want to actually get rid of that light. That is very annoying. $5 to $10 to start, but we need a few hundred. It's going to take time printing, but they were saying anything is impossible. Everything is possible. Going to be very busy with that project, and also going to be pretty busy with spider enclosures, jumping spider. Thank you for the follow, Rocket Sales. I'm sure there is a way to message on here. I'm assuming. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I'll just, if I can figure this whatnot out, I'll figure out how to message you. Okay, so I got to get started on this. It's going to be a really tricky thing. Okay, so my friend saw this in a store and she wanted to buy it from the guy. And the guy said, it's not for sale. So she came to me and she said, for pretty much anything, right? I said, yeah. So this is what she saw in the store. So I printed it for her. I've got to cut out all these supports because, you know, a 3D printer can't print in midair. Just worried about this webbing though breaking. This is an adventure. See, this is where the cost of stuff comes in play when you have to do stuff like this. I've got a T-Rex. Got a T-Rex that took me. What did he take me? 19 hours to print T-Rex skull. The only reason he's listed as $200. Okay, so here he is. Very detailed piece. Got the back of the skull. And this here, I actually printed it this way so it'd be easier to get the supports off the teeth. That is what costs the most out of this whole project here. Because you have to try and get all the supports off without breaking a tooth. If you break a tooth, then you just throw it in the garbage and restart. I also didn't show this either. Iron Man cup holder. I'm going to paint this the gold color. So yeah, the skull is $200 only because you look at all these little supports going to the teeth. You have to be super careful and gentle trying to get all those supports off. This one's going to be impossible because it's actually right up in the teeth themselves. So chances are, if I go to cut them off, they're going to break the teeth. Should have printed it this way. That's a little easier to get them off the teeth sideways. So you have the strength of the teeth. But yeah, I did this little one, and then I was like, well, that's too little. It's just. So I just decided let's increase it by like 400%. I love this thing. I'm actually thinking I could probably. I might take this to the design program. I might actually put probably edit some of this in here. Take some of this off. Maybe put make it so that the jaw moves up and down. That'd be cool. So yeah, 3D printing is something I like doing. The other thing I don't like doing is this. Start. Super careful, bit by bit. This is the most time consuming of all 3D printing. Great. One of these little webs. Any of these little webs, and then you can glue it, but it's not, the same. So careful. Just take the right to the where it joins. I guess it's kind of hard to see this way. You can see where how long did what? How long does one take? These ones are okay. There are some supports on here that can just go off. But be careful though. I'm just so afraid of breaking this, and then telling my. This took 12 hours. It's going to take me a really long time to get all these little supports off here. So obviously, can't print in midair. So when it does across here, it has to have a support to lay on. Whereas something like this, for example, this cube, it just sits flat and it just prints off. Plain and simple, no supports. Like this here, I had to take him apart, get all the supports off of him, and then I have to actually go in and glue all the legs on. I'm actually thinking of doing a Jabba the Hutt. You know how Jabba the Hutt had Princess Leia chained up in his little chamber thing there? I actually did. I might have been able to do this piece without supports. If the piece you're printing is actually on an angle like this, it can actually print up the angle. Yeah, there's no supports at all. Because on the inside of this box, it's actually This is the indent. There's no support on that. And this piece here prints flat like that. So a little bit sticking out there, it's able to do it. Just a little tiny bump like that, that's okay. Yeah. Like this here has grass that goes out like this, that was able to turn without supports. Just because it's every layer is I don't know. It just it is able to do some lines that are as long as the slope is like this, then it can print a layer here and then a layer on top. And it goes out a little bit more each time. But that's not a big deal. If you were actually to watch this, everything's done by layers. So bottom layer, this here has supports. I can't stick my hand in there. It's obviously that nozzle there that's the filament's coming out of is 220 degrees. That's what melts your PLA to create somewhat of a liquid kind of plastic. It's string, but yeah, this here is the seashell, so it's got to have support. Pretty cool. You start a print, and then I'll go do something else, and then I'll come back and it'll be like, oh wow, that looks gorgeous. That looks awesome. Yeah, it's all done by layers. It's it seems pretty quick. Like the printing actually seems pretty quick, but it actually is. Like that print I put on there. Yeah. Like I said, it's only like basically like it's like a strand of this is melted. So that's just like a little bit thicker than a thread. Then before you melt it, it's bigger. So I'm not sure what to charge for this thing. This is going to be a lot of actual. Be time consuming. Would you say this is worth? There's going to be a job I'm not going to like. Yeah. Then you get flying pieces. Also have another design. Getting the supports off is complicated for the most part. You can actually just there is some complication with it. The guy that I actually got the file from to print this, I asked his permission to sell these. He said yes, and he gave me the file for it. So that I didn't have to design. There are some things you do have to design, like I did get the STL file for these, but found out that the, this was the original print of these. I got the STL file online, and the only downside is it's too loose. So if it's on your leash, if it's on your keychain, you're going to lose your life. So I just had to actually go into the program and modify the size of it just a tiny bit, reprint it. Okay, it's still a little bit loose. It's a little bit better than before. So that lighter case is no good. Go back into the program, downsize it a little tiny bit more until you get the right size for your lighter. It fits in there tightly. Almost too tight. Actually should. Yeah, almost too tight. But I mean, it's tight in there, so you won't lose it. But there's a hole in the bottom, so I just took an Allen key, just pushed it out. Oh, it takes a lot of time and money actually to put into this to get started. You do have to be smart with some of the programs, really learn it. No, pretty much. This actually printed this for one of the spider enclosures, and this is a glow in the dark. Has like little platforms here. So what happened with this one is the filament snapped inside the tube, so it didn't print the top platform. So it's just all supports on the top. So I ended up printing nothing on the top. So it's like, well, garbage. Can't really do much with it. Because if I take the supports off, then it's just going to be a toast. Rip these supports off. It's basically just a post with no platform on it. So really not much you can do with that. I imagine if you get creative, you probably could make something out of it. Manually, if you're like, you have ADHD and you're just like, yeah, that doesn't look great. Even if you could remelt it, that would cause a lot of fumes and stuff, and you'd have to have super ventilation. This Spider-Man is gonna look so cool when it's done. I like the web design. So little piece by little piece, you gotta take off. Basically, I have to have a lot of patience for this. Like the really nice designs, you're going to be putting a lot of time in supports and stuff. If it's complex like this one. Just kind of go in there with your cutters and kind of twist. So the supports break off the actual piece. It's going to be tough because I got a support on there too. Just see if I can cut straight through that. You gotta be careful in cutting through it too. Because if you cut through a piece, like let's take this piece of junk for example. If you were to cut through one of these supports, basically what you're gonna have is you're gonna have extra pressure on this. So this platform might break. So you have to be careful not to really cut through it real quick. You can cut through it a little bit, like, just go like a quarter of it. Because you're squishing it together and basically pushing it apart with the supports. That's why the twist method was the best. Get your cutters in there and twist, pull. Usually it just breaks off nice and easy. I really don't want to break this thing. Really don't want to break it. Remember, the supports are fairly brittle, but because these are webs, they're going to be pretty brittle too because they're just small. These big supports connected everywhere. And the thing too with the slicing program, it actually builds the supports for you. So it'll put supports wherever you want them. So I actually had a problem with my little toothless guys. Like these guys here, I was doing the keychains, so they have the holes in there. So I actually had a support going up to the ear. And every time I tried to remove that support, it actually broke his ear. So I had to go into the program and tell the program, okay, I don't want to support there. It's just a little hole. And so it just with doing whatever I needed to do on the slicer, it didn't put a support there. It's hard to explain all this. So if I get this big piece off, that's loose. That's loose. I gotta get that piece out of there. I might have. Maybe I should have told her not to put supports in certain spots. But like this is. That's the thing with the supports. It builds little supports in behind main supports and it makes it a little bit tougher to get in there and remove them. Okay, that's loose. Holding behind here, hopefully. I should be able to get that whole piece off. we go. I want the big sports off. It's quite the work. There's my shell coming on. 82%. Starting to look like a shell. Just not sure what kind of price I should put on this. Something I'll have to think of over time. Lots of sports. It's going to take time to take them all off, but I can just do that in my spare time. Whenever I'm doing print or sitting around watching TV in the evening. That was another job I didn't enjoy. When I did these toothless guys, I had to color in their eyes. So I don't have like the multi-printer yet. Probably be a few more weeks before I can look into that. So I can print multiple colors at the same time. Yeah, coloring in the eyes, that was. I don't have the greatest of eyes when it comes to like details like that. But I tell you, it was hard. More annoying, really. So I'd have to wait for the daylight, open the windows, and turn the light on. You know, I'm just very particular about things. It's got to be perfect. So there are some things about 3D printing that you may or may not like. But I'd rather be doing this than working right now. My friend's gonna love seeing this. She's gonna love it when it's done. Just don't know how much I'm gonna charge for it though. I want to charge too little, I don't want to charge too much. No, actually, I work for DoorDash. I do Uber Eats. They actually have been putting more regulation rules on their deliveries. Really screw people over driving for them. So I'd rather be doing this full time. I'd do this over delivery driving any day. You know how driving is. Well, see, I can't do Instacart. I'll show you my mode of transportation. That's my mode of transportation right there. Good old scooter. Electric scooter. An extra battery there. Got 4 batteries there for that scooter. Sorry, my room's a little of a mess. So I got 2 scooters. So I got lots of power to do the delivery driving. That's exactly what. That's what I was building up to. Build up to it so I can deliver anywhere in the area, even outside of town. Actually, deliver as far as like no gas to pay, but see what DoorDash is doing now is if you can go, okay, they tell you, okay, from where you're located, you have 2 minutes to get to the store, pick up the order. Okay, well, I'm in an apartment building, so I got my scooter plugged into my apartment here. So I have to go down the elevator and to the store. 2 minutes, okay, no problem. Now, what they started doing is you have 2 minutes to get to the store, pick up the order, confirm that you have it picked up, and then you have however long it takes to drive to the customer. Well, if you're sitting at the restaurant waiting for 5 minutes for the order, then you're now considered late on that delivery because you have to wait for the restaurant. So because you're late, your rating goes down and you get less orders. DoorDash, DoorDash. I actually used to like DoorDash driving for DoorDash the most, and then just because of that whole time thing, I hate them. They're like the worst now. I even have alcohol deliveries, and I still don't get many of those either. They're like, "Oh yeah, you got 2 minutes to get to the liquor store." Well, not a problem at all if I can hit that green light to get across the intersection. If not, that's a minute and 30 seconds to wait for the light to change. So you tell me how I'm going to get there in 2 minutes. After leaving my house, get to the intersection, and it's a red light. So now you're already at 2 minutes and you're not at the store yet. Then you got to pull into the parking lot. Most people who have cars have to park, walk over to the store. I just park in front of the store because it's at the mall. I don't know how people with cars even do it. Like, they have to park, turn their cars off, get out of their car, walk through the parking lot wherever they park, walk into the restaurant, pick up the order, back in their car, start the car up. Like, how do people in cars do it? With a scooter, at least I can pull up to beside the doors of the restaurant and walk in. I've got rocket sales. Here's your got the shell, some supports to take off there. That is going to go on the side of the jumping spider enclosure. Anyway, I'm going to take a break for a little bit, so I'm going to jump off here. So, yeah, just anybody else who's still here, go ahead and check out Mike's 3dprintart.ca. Take a look at everything that I've printed. I do have some stuff here printed already that's not on the website yet, but yeah, no problem. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.